Y'all, the part that hurt the most was I'm sorry. What's up, Jae Butta Fam? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video is going to be me sharing my domestic violence experience. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also drop down some video recommendations if you have any comments, anything that you liked about this video the most. Please give this video a big thumbs up. I will highly appreciate it. Also, me and Butta will be coming with some more new content hopefully next week, but we have been sick, so sorry for the delay, guys. Sorry for the time off, but we're getting back on it. All right, y'all, so let's get into this video. Story time. All right, y'all have waited long enough for the video to drop. So like stated, I'll be sharing my domestic violence experience, which was with a female. I don't really know where to start. I can't really count how many times she put her hands on me, and I don't really understand why I was ignoring it. Actually, I do. At this time, my family still wasn't very accepting of my sexuality, so it was kind of like me trying to I guess prove a point, which I don't know. I was young. I wanted to prove that I could, do this on my own. I didn't need any help. Me and my mom weren't really speaking as much at this time because of the person that I was with. She knew that, the person was putting their hands on me. So, my mom first knew when she came to my house one time for Valentine's Day. She was just stopping through, because my mom lives like close to DC. So she was just stopping through, coming to say hi, whatever. And I had marks on my neck. So my mom was like, what are those marks on your neck? And of course, if you are a domestic violence victim watching this, you know that you try to protect that person. Why? I don't know. But anyways, I told her, I was like, we were play fighting and she scratched me or whatever the case was. Cause I had like deep scratches like on my neck. So, my mom knew it was BS, but, she was just like, if y'all put your hands on each other, y'all need to be together. That's my mom's whole motto. If you're putting your hands on each other, you do not need to be together. Y'all need to figure out what you need to do separately and then come back together when it's healthier. But anyways, me and my ex, we were living together, so it wasn't just easy as breaking up. It was very much so hard because it was like we had a lease together, rent, all that stuff. So anyways, the first time it got really, really bad was my brother had came and stayed the night with me, and he was in the living room, and one of my friends were over, and they were like talking. So like they were in the living room, like sleep or laying down watching TV, whatever they were doing. It was pretty late, and we all had been drinking and stuff like that. So I went in the room trying to go to sleep or whatever, because my ex was drunk or whatever the case was. Like I said, it was just late. I was tired, whatever. So, she was trying to have sex. I didn't really want to have sex. So I got up out the bed, and she like grabbed my arm as I was trying to like get out the room. And she like shut the door back and held her arm there. Now, we're pretty much, she's not too like the size part and as strong I don't know. People get really strong when they're drunk. At least I think so. So I couldn't get out of the room, and she was like holding my neck, so I couldn't even breathe. So, anyways, she managed to get me back to the bed, and at this point, I was like crying and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to do this, and she pretty much forced me to have sex with her. Once everything happened or whatever, I got up, tried to get to the door again, and it was kind of like the same thing. She kept shutting the door, holding the door shut. So I started like knocking or whatever. So I guess my brother had like heard it or whatever. So he got up, and by the time the door got open, she had put her hands on me, and my brother had saw her. And like, so he grabbed her, like put her in a headlock, and she still was like trying to swing for me. And he was like, yo, what is wrong with you? Like, what is going on? So like, he's confused because he don't even know what's going on. And I'm just like, well, how did it escalate to this far, first of all? So, my brother took her outside. I don't know what conversation was held, but was able to cool her down. Now, I don't know if my brother ever told my mom or anything like that, but he was very upset. Like the next day he texted me, he was like, yo, you need to get that together because I don't want nobody putting their hands on my sister, blase, blase, blase. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, we talked about it. She apologized. We got over it. Whatever. So, the next time that it got pretty bad, which, here's the picture right here of what my face looked like after the fact of this situation that pretty much was like the end. Like I had it up to here at this point. You know what I'm saying? I can't go through every single time that she put her hands on me. I'm just going through the ones that were like very memorable. So of course this last one was memorable. My eye was black. The white part of my eye was nothing but blood. I had lost my vision in my eye for like a month. Well, not lost it completely, but it was like blurred in that one eye. So anyways, so this one particular day, my cousin was down from New York, and I just wanted to show her a good time. I was in college, trying to show her what this North Carolina life was, because I always was trying to get my family to move here because that was my favorite cousin. So anyway, she's down here. So we said we were gonna go to the step show, like on campus. It was homecoming week. No, it wasn't homecoming week. It was something going on campus though. But anyways, we was going to a step show, and I'm trying to figure out. I honestly can't remember exactly like what led up to the argument, but I believe it was over something stupid, and I threw the ring that she bought me, and she was like, pick it up, and I was like, no, and she was like, I said pick it up, and I was like, no. So she came and she like grabbed my arm to like pull me off the bed to get it, and I like snatched away from her, and she punched me. So once she punched me, I like fell to the ground, and I just held my face because like I've never been I've never been hit in my eye. I can't say I've never been hit in my face, but I've never got hit in my eye. So it was just like a shocker to me, and I just couldn't believe that she actually hit me in my face. Like somebody that said that they love me just hit me in my face. Like, are you serious? So anyways, I yelled out for my cousin. My cousin came in the room. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? And my ex was like, oh no, she's being dramatic. She's being dramatic. Ain't nothing wrong with her. So I was embarrassed. So I still hadn't even shown my eyes. So I went to the bathroom like this or whatever, went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like that fast, my eye was like swollen shut. I didn't even know that the white part of my eye was like blood yet. So all I saw was my eye was swollen, and I had like this little like cut a little bit on my eye. I don't know where that might have came from. Maybe she had a ring or something on. I don't know. Anyways, it was like a little cut on my eye, and my eye was swollen. And I still hadn't noticed that the white part was red or blood or whatever. So immediately I'm like, I gotta get out of this house. Like, I cannot be here. So I left the house, and I don't know why. I didn't have much support. So I called her peoples, and I'm like, yo, she just put her hands on me. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was freaking out. So I went to the hospital, and I admitted myself into the hospital because I was like my eye, like I was freaking out, guys, like about my eye. So I went to the hospital, and her parents and stuff were like, they were on the way. So they're on the way or whatever, and the doctor's talking to me or whatever the case is, asked me if I want to press charges. So I told her no initially. I was like, no, I don't want to press charges. Like, I don't want to press charges. I was still kind of like scared. I just wanted to get my eye treated, make sure my eye was going to be okay. So, yeah, so like maybe 10 minutes in the hospital room, she comes into my room. She came into my room. So I'm just like, sorry, y'all. Anyways, so yeah, I was at the hospital for like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and she came into my room. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm like, how the freak did she find me? Like, she was not following me. She was not behind me. She didn't even leave the house the time I left the house. You know what I'm saying? At least I didn't. I mean, because I didn't even go straight to the hospital, y'all. I got on the highway, like, because my mind was just everywhere. I didn't know whether I should go home. I didn't know if I should go to her people's house. I didn't know where to go. So I was just driving on the highway, and then I turned around and went to the hospital. So I don't know. She had my phone pinned or what. I don't know. But she got to the hospital, whatever, and was like, don't say nothing, or whatever. Like, basically telling me not to tell the nurses and stuff what was going on. So she don't know that I called her mom and them. So, like, not too long after, her mom and them came or whatever and was like, why did you put your hands on her? Like, they're fussing her out. And then they looked at me like, why didn't you, like, stab her or something? I'm like, that's your child. What you mean why I didn't stab her? But anyways, I'm not really big on putting my hands on people that I love. Now, I will not play the victim and say I never put my hands on her, but it was like, I only put my hands on her if she put her hands on me. And I never could ball a fist at her. Like, if anything, I was like smacking her arm or grabbing her arm or something like that. I never balled my fist to actually hurt her, if that makes sense. So anyways, that week was like the worst week of my life, honestly. Like, I had all A's, and I didn't go to class that week. And that was the week of finals. It was like end of April. And it was that weekend coming was Mother's Day weekend. So oh yeah, sorry, let me rewind a little bit. Also, my aunt, my mom, and them was like blowing up my phone because my cousin that was at the house had called and was like, Janelle left, her and such was in her fighting, da 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 da. So can one of y'all come get me? Because at this point now she's like alone, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, she was alone, and like they ended up coming to get her, and I was just ignoring their call because I was just so embarrassed, y'all. Like, so embarrassed. Like, I never thought that it was gonna get that bad. But I guess when you sit there and you keep tolerating it, it's like it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse until you take time apart, and it still might not even be the best idea to get back together. It just might be best that y'all are not together or separate, because that person has other things that they need to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say that I didn't have stuff I needed to deal with too, but I was never taking my stuff to a violent act. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I went from A's to C's because I missed my finals. I had to see my mom Mother's Day weekend with my eye black. With my eye black, y'all. That was not a good feeling. Like, I know it wasn't a good feeling for my mom, and it wasn't a good feeling for me. And I was so humiliated. I was so lost. I was so depressed. I didn't even want to show anybody my face. But I couldn't, like, not go see my mom for Mother's Day. Like, that was not an option. So, anyways, I moved back home with my mom for a little bit. Also, I would drop a picture of how my eye had looked that weekend of Mother's Day. It was still black, but I was still trying to put like makeup over it, and then the white part of my eye was still bloody. And I just can't, like, I don't understand how I just don't even know how I was able to allow someone to do something like that to me. Why I continued to protect this person. Like, why was I in denial of the fact that I was in a domestic violence situation? Like, why was I allowing this? Like, was I really that desperate for love? Like, I was caring so much about what people were gonna say, what people were gonna think. I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to be with myself. So I was just tolerating so much, like, that I shouldn't have been tolerating. Like, there was no benefit for me there. So, like, why? I really let someone take me from A to C's, take all the money out of my pockets, humiliate me because I was getting cheated on. It was just so much that I was letting happen just for me to have this piece of love, at least what I thought was love. And it wasn't, because love is not supposed to hurt, you know? And y'all, the part that hurt the most was I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But they literally, like, I literally had to go back and forth with, like, officers and stuff when I pressed charges, because they kept trying to say, like, oh, there had been a mutual fight. So it was just so much harder being in the LGBT community trying to get justice, because they were just looking at it as like a mutual fight, like as if domestic violence could only happen between a man and a female. So I guess they could never, like, figure out who the aggressor was. But I literally had pictures, I had all that stuff to show what had been done to me. And I believe all they did was, like, make her take some anger management classes, and then the case was just thrown out. So hold on, y'all. Alright, I'm sorry. I realized that it probably could have been a little bit confusing about when I pressed charges. So I actually pressed charges when, I'm sorry, I did not press charges the day that I went to the hospital. I waited until I moved back home with my mom to press charges, because I also wanted to put out a restraining order because she kept trying to contact me and such. So I did not press charges that day, but I eventually pressed charges, I think maybe a month or two after. So also, it does not matter how late it is that you decide you want to press charges. It could be a whole year later and you want to press charges. So just for you all to keep that in mind. It's never too late to try to get justice, okay? I did not know what love was. I didn't know how to heal myself. I didn't know what it meant when people said that hurt people hurt people. Like, I was so hurt after that, y'all. So hurt because I really allowed all that stuff to happen. And I was so humiliated after. Like, and it was so true. Hurt people hurt people. Because when I was not allowing myself to heal and I was trying to talk to people, I was hurting them because I was hurt, you know? So take your time when you are healing. Take your time because it's going to be worth it. So I just want to share one of my poems because that's going to be my thing, to share one of my poems in each one of my videos. So, communicate when you've been hurt. Do not let your heart be on the... Sorry. Let me start over. Communicate when you've been hurt. Do not let your heart be an introvert. Silence makes room for confusion and misunderstanding. In the end, you'll be the last one standing. Hurt people hurt people. Therefore, allow yourself to speak on that crack in your heart. Then the healing will start. Communication is key, or your heart will flee to a place unknown, and it will be known. So save yourself the hurt and keep yourself out of the dirt. I say that to say, I couldn't talk about this at one point. I would literally boo-hoo cry before I even got through my story. But now I can talk about it, and it makes me feel good knowing that I can help somebody else. So if I'm speaking to anybody out there, whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, manipulation, anything. It does not have to be physical domestic violence. It could be just true unhappiness. Choose this year to be happy. Me and my girlfriend, we're currently doing a 365-day challenge where we do 365 things for ourselves. So that's literally choosing one thing to do each day for yourself, to show yourself that you love yourself. So if that's recording a video, if that's writing poetry, if that's taking some self-time in the bath, if that's reading a book, if that's working out, anything to show yourself that you love yourself, please do it. It's not the first anymore, but you still can do 362, 361 things for yourself. Or if you want to still challenge yourself to do 365 things, do 2 or 3 things in one day. Please do that much for yourself. And I thank my girlfriend for bringing this challenge to me, because you don't realize how much you're not doing for yourself, especially when you're in a relationship, because you think that you're just supposed to make sure that your partner is happy. No, make sure that you are happy, and then make sure your partner is happy. Put yourself first. Something that I did not know how to do for years. I've just started putting myself first. And that sounds bad and it's embarrassing, but it's the truth. Put yourself first, okay? So again, thank y'all for coming back again to listen to my story. I have a lot of video ideas that I want to share with y'all, a lot of things that I've been through, a lot of different ways that I was able to cope. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to keep watching so that you can know, more about me and Butta, subscribe to our channel so that you get those notifications every single time we post a video, okay? Also, leave some comments below what you thought of this video and any future video recommendations that you all would like to know, okay? Again, thank you so much for coming to see me again, and I will see you all next time. All right? Peace out.
This tastes so right, so strong and light, just feels alright. Just how I love my coffee, love my just coffee. How love my just coffee. How love my coffee. Pour me some coffee.